Today we're going to talk about infinity, and specifically limits. So limits are a fun idea in precalculus, and they form the basis of calculus. So we'll go ahead and define what a limit is. So say we have a function, 1 over x. If we look at the positive graph of 1 over x, we can see that the y values get closer and closer to 0 as x increases, but it never actually reaches 0. This is because 1 gets divided by bigger and bigger values, but you can't divide 1 by anything to yield 0. And this is where a limit comes in, because we can say that the limit as x approaches infinity of 1 over x equals 0. And this is why limits are special, because you can only do this with limits. So let's do another one. Say you have x times x minus 5 over x minus 5. Well, you may notice that the x minus 5 terms divide out. But if you look at this graph, at x equals 5, you'll notice that there's a hole in the graph. Basically, you can't divide by 0. You'll also notice that at every point very close to 5 is still valid. Just this one point is invalid because we're dividing by 0. If we take the limit as x approaches 5 of this function, we'll get that it actually equals 5. So limits are pretty neat. They're used to approximate constants such as e. For instance, e is the limit as n approaches infinity of 1 plus 1 over n to the power of n. So now we know what limits are and what they do, but we need to address some special cases. Let's return back to 1 over x. 1 over x has an asymptote at x equals 0. So what is the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over x? Well, it doesn't exist. Because the function approaches two different values from both sides, it does not have a limit as x approaches 0. But I'll tell you what we can do. We can say that the limit as x approaches 0 from the positive direction of 1 over x, and we indicate this by a little plus sign, and that is actually equal to infinity. We can also take the limit as x approaches 0 from the left of 1 over x, and that would be equal to negative infinity. So limits are pretty cool. So now hopefully you know a little more about limits. It's a very important tool for the higher level maths. Good luck, and thanks for watching.